All right, so first at hand, let me Zeus this guy in, Zeus that guy in. We'll make the piece for this right here, and we'll Zeus this guy in. Let's get all that done super quick. I'll be right back, and then we can start doing the panels on both sides. All right, so next step, as you can see, we got it all welded in. All that's finished welded. It's all finished welded. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna zing out this panel here, right up into all hinges basically, because we want access to the inner panel. And basically we're gonna graft in our inner panel, and then we're gonna make an outer panel for that right there. And then we should be able to bolt our door on and try to work on our, ledge? Step? Rocker panel? We'll call it a rocker panel. That guy right there. So let's get at that.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. You're never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
So we ended up cutting it a little short just by accident there, but that's okay because this is kind of a hidden area. See, I don't even have to line up exact with it anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tack this guy in, make a filler piece and make a filler piece, and then we're gonna all tack it together and then fully weld that. That's one, that's two. There's the third piece. So now the inner panel is pretty much all done except the welding from the back, but we'll do that off camera. So now what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna make this corner piece come back to life. I might add a brace in here actually, because there used to be one from here to here before, so maybe I'll do one of those real quick. But then I think we're gonna use the old box side from when I shortened the bed on my 1996 F-150. It's over inside the barn, so I'll go get that. So I decided to weld in a nice little quick support there, nothing too fancy. Originally it was just a plate, but I have a whole bunch of this angle just kind of laying around, so we used one of those. So now let's try to use that bedside to make a nice little fender cover thing. All right, so that's the general idea of what we're kind of going with. This is just the used panel off the box side. I'll flip you guys around in a second, show you guys what I mean. But it's obviously not long enough, but right up until here, it's all covered with fender. Like, I could almost draw a line like this. That should be all covered up by the fender, so ideally you'll only see this little patch here, and then at the bottom it's going to be covered by wheel well anyway. So I don't think it's a mission critical part, or as mission critical that you guys would think, to have this looking 100% nice. Granted, we are going to make sure that we keep the warpage down by doing a tack here and a tack there and kind of working around it, but I'm going to cut and butt this panel, fill the rest in. I'm going to bring you guys back when it's completely done, just so you guys kind of have an understanding of what I'm kind of thinking on here. It's going to be patchy, but I think it's going to be okay. And then, after that, we're going to hop on over to the other side, do that, and then we should be good for our side steps. Let's get cracking. That right there is what I'm talking about there. This, the center section that I took out of my 96 F-150, guy poking out there from the old bed. I kept the 16-inch because you never know when you're gonna need some bed. We put it right on that. As you can see, it was a couple pieces that we had to make one. into. It's not perfect, but it does work out for exactly what I think we're gonna do. So for right now, we're gonna leave it the way it is, kind of unfinished at the bottom, because we don't know quite yet where our fenders are gonna lie. I still gotta modify, and whenever we start dealing with the front clip, we'll modify this, because maybe I'll have to cut all the way up to here, or maybe it'll be just down there. We don't know yet, so we're gonna leave it rough for now. I thought it would be kind of neat actually if we sat the door on top, because maybe we'll do the rocker on this side. Treat ourselves a little bit, you know? Get a side that's basically done. So let's grab that door, let's put it on, let's see just how things look. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. So when we do our rocker, see if I can get that closed. There we go. Those are actually pretty nice. It's odd. But when we do our rocker, we're gonna basically come down likely to about here, whatever. We might loop under the door, but we might not. I haven't exactly figured that out yet. But we'll have running board that will come down to about here. And it will go basically the whole length of the truck down to the back of the box. But for right now, that's not too bad. I'll bring you guys in. So it actually turned out pretty good, really, as you can see. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna reward ourselves and do the step that goes from here to that corner of the door on the inside. That would be this piece right where you see the daylight. That's where that piece would go. So I think we're gonna spec that out, bend one up, install it, and have it all set up and ready to rock. So let's start working on that. So what we're roughly looking at is about 30 inches, because we're going from this gap right, where is it? That gap right there to that gap right there. Oh, jeez. And then we'll come right down the entire door. And it will kind of, I think what I'm going to do is recess it inside this lip on the door itself. And that's where it will end. So when it closes, it will close on this lip. I might also make it so it goes under the lip. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But I'll let you guys know. But that's the general idea of what we got going on. Piece of steel that comes down, little lip. And that's about it. So I could have overcomplicated things and done some weird shapes, you know, something kind of like this coming down off the truck, and then it could have bent, and then it could have went down, and then it could have bent again, and then I could have done my lip. I didn't want to do that because it's already a recessed cab, so you might need to actually step on this thing sometimes. So all what we're doing is a 90 like this, and then either a straight 90 down, or I might do like a 45 in. I think the 45 is going to look better, but I already got it mapped out. So here, I got all my measurements right here. Basically, at 12 7/8, that's from here to here. And then we're going to do a 90-degree bend at the 12 7/8 mark. So that's this guy. That would be this right here. And then once we hit 15 inch, that's 15 inch to this line right here. That's where we're gonna either do our 90 or our 45, and I think we're gonna do our 45. All together comes out to 16 inch. So I'm just gonna cut this out and then cut another 16 inch for the other side, and we'll go to the big shop, bend those up, and then we'll install one and we'll have the other one ready for when we gotta go. All right, so we already got one done so that you can kind of have a visual of what we're going for. And then here's the blank slate we're gonna do on camera here. But it's a really simple design. Our brace piece, basically where our floor is welded right here, that comes across. This is the gigantic droop down, and then our door should sit right in here. That right there is basically a double bend, and it makes a nice rolled edge. So we just kind of knock these burrs off afterwards, but it should be fine. So we're gonna basically just finish up that one. So let's do that. there's our 90. I did the same mistake on that one. I forgot to mark my line on the other side, but that's okay. We got a piece of chalk here. We're going to do our 90 on this, and then we're going to do our double. There's sharp edges everywhere, so let's try not to cut ourselves. Okay, we got that. So now we're going to do our double. Set it inside our groove, kind of eyeball her, center see how we did on our match. That one's a little longer on the bottom, but the angle's the exact same, so I'm happy with that.
Oh yeah.
So, this is what we got. I didn't show us welding it in because it was an absolute pain, but I will show you guys on the next one on the other side, because we have the complete other side for this and the little fake rocker bit all tomorrow or whenever the video comes out on the other side. But I'll show you kind of what it's gonna look like. We wanted to get you this far so at least you guys would kind of see. Now, we screwed up our measurements just slightly, so we had to extend this out just a little bit, and then we overshot on the top, but that was okay because then we could cut and clear the entire thing. But it's a little bit of a Thanos step right now, but that's just because we recessed the cab so far in. But as you can see, it hugs the door nice. So when we make our step, the step's going to be likely 2.5, 3 inches wide, so it'll be kind of like this. When we lower the front end by 1 inch, it should bring it down to about here. That's going to be perfect. So the truck's still going to ride almost like a 2003. We're not going to have any problems with our CV axles up front. Everything should be okay. So that's where we are on this. Next video, maybe off camera, I'm going to finish weld all that. But next video, we're going to tackle the other side. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We're almost done this cab. At least make it into a cab. We're almost done grafting the two things together. So yeah, exciting times. I'll catch you guys in the next one really, really soon. All right, see ya.